Welcome to another Azure Guide video. I'm an Azure Administrator, an Azure Security Engineer, an Azure Solution Architect, and a Certified Kubernetes Application Developer. CKA Sample Test. Question 1. Creating a pod. This question is marked as easy. Create a pod that runs the latest version of the Alpine image. This pod should be configured to sleep for 30 seconds, and it should be created in the namespace CKA-1. Most important, make sure the pod is automatically restarted if it fails. Alright, the first step I'm going to do to tackle this question is just create a simple pod. QTL, run. Is there any specification for name? Nope, looks like we can call it anything we want. So I'm going to call it Q1 pod. Image equals Alpine. I believe the namespace is CKA-1, and I better make that first. Then QCTL run QPod -1 image Alpine and namespace CKA-1, and is that it? Create a sleep for 30 seconds and should be creating namespace CKA-1. One could add the sleep command here, but I'm going to do that after. So dry-run equals client -o YAML. And I'm going to call this question 1 YAML. If you're not familiar with this dry run, I highly suggest you go watch some of my CCAD videos. It goes on in great detail, but basically it allows you to take this command and make it a YAML file. So then you can edit it. Alright, so here we go. We need to add this. We need to add that sleep command. So here, I'm going to go to my documentation, which is allowed on the exam. And I'm going to type CMD. Define command arguments. And scrolling down, here goes what we want. Copy. And paste. A little cleanup work needs to be done. Sleep. And you want 30. Alright. That question is done. You might be saying, no, it's not. What about automatically restart if it fails? Well, you can see here, there's a restart policy. And by default, that is set to always. Now, the other values it could be, let's say if you didn't know. I believe it's always, I believe it's never, always, and something else. But let's make sure this works, and then we'll explore how we can find out what the other options are for restart policy. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to say kubectl create /fq1 YAML. Let's see if that works. Get pods. Don't forget the namespace. Error. Oh, bummer. I wonder what could possibly be wrong with my pod. It's just a simple one. I didn't expect this to occur, but let's go ahead and do some troubleshooting. Is all part of the exam. So kubectl describe pod qpod -1 namespace ccad-1. Back start container, back off. It did pull the image. It did terminate. And there's our commands. Terminate with error. Alright, so we didn't get too much info here. Let's go to describe. Whoops. We'll do logs. Unexpected done. So let's go back to here. Yeah, we don't want it done in there. Alright. So let's scrolling through our choices here. Here, let me clear the screen. Start off with a blank screen. And we'll create again. And hopefully you don't have these errors in the test because the time will eat you alive. And now we're running. So I think we're in good shape now. Alright, before we leave this question and move on to the next one, I wanted to go over the explain command because it's quite useful during the exam and just in general work. And this is how we're going to find out about the options for the restart policy. So we can do Q, explain, and in this case we're working about pods. And we just do that. You'll see the different subsections. You got API version you can find more about, kind, metadata, spec, and status. So you got to have some kind of feeling about what you're looking up and where it belongs. Spec is where restart policy is. And if I scroll up a little bit, find the R's, and here we go, restart policy. And it could be set always, on failure, or never. So there we go. All right, thanks for watching.